We are joined by Sola Adebisi from the Citadel men's basketball team on our Field of 68 podcast. I'm Dave Friedman. Sola, you guys did not win a conference game last year, and you started 0-3 this year, and all of a sudden you've rolled off 6 out of 9. How have you gone about doing that?
Honestly, everybody's just trusting each other and trusting the system that coaches put in, and we've just been able to work it out. So
What was your experience like coming from Florida State last year? You had a good season, but the team struggled a little bit.
it was definitely pretty frustrating not being able to win a single conference game. Like we'll go into every game believing we had a chance to win, and we had multiple games that were close games, like the Furman game, the Wofford game that went to overtime, and we weren't able to come out with the win. So those experiences were frustrating, but I feel like me and the other returners were able to use those experiences to and learn from those experiences to help us win this year.
So when you started play 0-3 this year and the non-con was sort of a mixed bag, was there any sense of, oh man, here we go again?
No, I wouldn't really say so because I know from my experience last year, it's a long season. We play every team twice, and yeah, we started 0-3. We started against East Tennessee, who's at the top of the conference right now. Then Wofford, who's also at the top of the conference, at Mercer on the road. So we may have started with three tough games, but I know it's a long season, and we just got to keep playing to our potential every game.
You play Western Carolina on Wednesday. That's the team that broke the losing streak, and you beat them in kind of a crazy overtime game. What did that feel like?
Honestly, I was pretty emotional after the game because that's something I hadn't done in my time here, win the SoCon game. So after that game, it was a great feeling, and I knew we would be able to carry that momentum to continue winning more games.
And you did carry that momentum, including a 19-point come from behind win over Furman. What was that game like?
That was another emotional game. I told the guys before the game, like, this is probably one of the most important games of our season. And yeah, we're down by 20, but coach told us to keep sticking with it and knowing anything could happen in college basketball. So we kept fighting and kept grinding, and we were able to come back from behind and win.
During this 9-game string where you guys are 6-3, 4 of the games have been in overtime. Why are you able to get it to the extra session and then win when you're there?
One thing that coach always emphasizes is how physical we play and being able to get into the other team's legs. So we know if the game goes into overtime, we're at advantage, especially with the depth that this team has. We have 10, 11 guys that could really play in our rotation. So when we get to overtime, we know that we're the more fresh team. We have confidence that we'll be able to win.
Saturday, you did something that it had been a long time since the Citadel accomplished. You won at Chattanooga. What was that like?
Yeah, that was another great feeling, especially because that arena is that's one of the nicest arenas in the SoCon. So being able to get a win there, especially after last year, we had a close game with them, and they're at the top of the league last year. We lost by like 2 or 3 points. It was nice to be able to go back in there and get a win this time.
Talk about how you got to the Citadel after playing not a whole lot at Florida State. What was that like?
So after my second season at Florida State, the head coach, Coach Hamilton, he had told me after the season he was going to help me find a scholarship somewhere. And once the season ended and I entered the portal, we're talking to various teams and stuff like that. But Coach Smith from Florida State, he's the one that reached out to Coach Reynolds at the Citadel, and they had a pretty good connection. So that's when I took my visit here. And after my visit, it was almost automatic, and I was like committed here.
What was it about the Citadel that clicked?
For me, it was mainly like the coaching staff, and then I'd met a couple of the players as well. It just seemed like everybody was close and connected, and that's mainly what I was looking for.
For those that don't know, the rules and kind of what you're able to do as a grad student is different than an undergrad. Charleston's an amazing city. What is your day to day like? What is being a grad student at the Citadel?
Well, obviously we have practice a lot of times, so I don't have too much free time. But when I do have free time, I like to go to various different food spots in Charleston because anywhere you go in Charleston, it's always great food. So I like getting good food, spend time outside, spend time at the beach, and stuff like that when I'm not playing basketball.
And what is it like mixing with some of your teammates who have the much more rigid military requirements?
Yeah, they don't have nearly as much freedom as I do, but when they do have a chance to get out of campus and stuff like that, we like to spend time together. But sometimes I hang behind after practice so I can spend some time with them because I know they can't really do as much as we do, but we're still able to stay close. So.
What about your fan base as you've begun to win? Are you feeling kind of like a confidence and a movement in the community?
Yeah, Coach Conroy told us like when we start winning, the McAllister will start to fill up, and we have donors, alums coming to our team dinner and stuff like that, coming to practices to see us because of what we're doing, and it's a great feeling. I love the support, and it just helps us to continue to win.
A month from now, we'll be in Asheville at the Ingles SoCon Basketball Championship. What would it be like to maybe have a bye on the first day and have that huge Citadel group of fans there to support you?
That would honestly be a great feeling. I just got chills thinking about it, honestly. So being able to get that buy would be something nice, something that the Citadel hasn't done in a really long time. So that's what we're striving for.
So, what has been the key during this good stretch? Why are you guys playing better?
I feel like we're playing a lot more connected on the offensive and defensive end. Like our defense has picked up, and we're able to like pressure teams and make them do things that they don't want to. And on offense, we're taking more balanced shots, and we know where we're going to get shots, and we know where the ball is going to land, stuff like that. So everybody's connected. And we're all just playing as one.
What's Coach Conroy like?
He, I would say he's really passionate. He's really passionate. So when we're in a game, like everybody can see it on TV. He's passionate. He's energetic, and that energizes the team, whether we like it or not. So he's nice.
For someone that maybe hasn't watched you guys a whole lot, who else should they look for if they tune in this week?
I would say the number one person, Braxton Williams. Braxton, he's been scoring the ball consistently throughout conference play, as well as Carter. And then Eze on the defensive end. We also have Logan who comes off the bench. Logan Applegate, he could shoot the ball. And then we also have Simeon in the interior. He's a great rebounder. I would really say everybody. There's not one person on the floor that they shouldn't be watching.
Well, best of luck the rest